What if the sun suddenly turned into a black hole tomorrow? Imagine waking up to a world that feels strangely dim, where the air is colder than it should be, and where something in the sky looks impossibly wrong. The sun didn't explode, didn't burn out, didn't fade away slowly over billions of years like it was supposed to. Instead, in a single, impossible moment, it collapsed under its own gravity and became a perfectly spherical, perfectly dark, and terrifyingly powerful black hole. And even though it is now something entirely different, one thing hasn't changed. It still has the exact same mass as the sun, which means Earth does not get sucked in. We keep orbiting like nothing happened. But that's where the good news ends, because from the very first second, the consequences for life begin unfolding with brutal speed. Within the first minute, the light that left the sun 8 minutes ago is the last sunlight humanity will ever see. The world goes dark, not like nighttime, but like a cosmic blackout, a darkness so absolute that even the brightest stars look sharper, clearer, and closer than ever before. Humans step outside, confused, staring at a sky where the sun should be, but instead seeing a distortion, a circular patch of nothingness, bending the stars around it like a cosmic magnifying glass. Within the first hour, temperatures begin to drop as the surface of the Earth starts losing heat at an unstoppable rate. Plants freeze first, then insects, then the smallest animals who depend on sunlight for warmth. As the oceans slowly begin to cool, the top layers start turning slushy, then icy. Humanity responds with panic, confusion, and global emergency broadcasts. Scientists desperately explain that Earth isn't falling into the black hole. Gravity is the same, the orbit is stable. But everything else, every single thing that depends on sunlight is dying. Within 24 hours, global temperature drops by more than 10 degrees Celsius. Solar panels become useless. Birds fall from the sky because they can no longer navigate without sunlight. Cities turn on every artificial light they have, but it still isn't enough to push back the vast cosmic darkness pressing in from above. People gather in their homes, burning anything they can find for warmth. Governments open underground shelters as above-ground temperatures continue to plummet. By the third day, oceans begin forming ice sheets on the surface. The planet looks like a slowly freezing marble drifting through space. Without the sun's heat, photosynthesis ends completely. Plants die, animals lose their food source, ecosystems collapse with brutal efficiency. Humans begin rationing food, moving underground, and building artificial light systems to grow whatever plants they can in hydroponic farms. Meanwhile, the black hole continues to distort starlight, creating a breathtaking but terrifying ring of warped light in the sky called an Einstein ring. Weeks pass, and Earth cools to sub-zero temperatures globally. Snowstorms sweep continents that never saw snow before. Deserts freeze, oceans solidify along their surface, and winds intensify as the atmosphere becomes unstable. Humanity retreats deeper underground, building geothermal systems to stay warm. Cities on the surface are abandoned, buried in ice. After 1 month, Earth enters the early stages of a snowball state. The average temperature is now below minus 40 degrees Celsius. The oceans are beginning to freeze tens of meters deep. All land animals, not in human care, are extinct. Only deep-sea creatures, geothermal organisms, and bacteria survive on their own. Humanity is now fully dependent on artificial energy sources, nuclear reactors, fusion experiments, geothermal rigs, and massive underground farms lit by artificial suns. A year passes. Earth is now a frozen white sphere drifting silently around a black hole. The atmosphere is thinner. Water vapor has frozen out. The sky is eternally filled with stars brighter than ever before because there is no sunlight to overpower them. Humans live in vast underground cities, some powered by geothermal vents, others by advanced reactors. Children grow up never having seen real sunlight. Above ground, the world is silent. No forests, no animals, no warm oceans, just endless landscapes of ice. 10 years pass, and humanity has adapted. Underground megacities expand. Artificial light systems simulate day-night cycles. Advanced agriculture produces food in vertically stacked hydroponic farms. Humans invent new technologies to survive the eternal darkness. Robots explore the frozen surface while research teams study the black hole that replaced the sun. The black hole hasn't swallowed Earth, hasn't grown, hasn't moved closer. It simply hangs in space like an impossible object, silent, dark, endlessly powerful. Time passes differently here. Thousands of years may pass. The surface becomes kilometers deep in ice. Continents shift under the weight of it. Volcanoes erupt beneath the ice, creating temporary lakes of boiling water that freeze instantly. Humanity evolves, adapts, survives. Life continues in artificial environments, powered by reactors and geothermal energy. Civilizations rise and fall entirely underground. Millions of years later, humanity has transformed into a highly advanced species, capable of generating artificial stars, building enormous energy systems, and even creating controlled fusion suns inside massive space habitats. They no longer fear the black hole. They study it, harness its energy, and eventually build giant colonies orbiting around it, using it as a gravitational anchor. The Earth above remains frozen, but life below flourishes in forms never imagined. Eventually, humans leave Earth in massive interstellar ships seeking new stars. Earth continues orbiting the black hole for billions of years. The black hole evaporates, slowly through Hawking radiation, shrinking particle by particle until one day it disappears with a final flash, leaving Earth adrift in the darkness of space, a frozen relic of a world that once thrived with sunlight. But humanity survives, far away among new stars, carrying with it the memory of the sun that once gave them life and the black hole that forced them to evolve beyond anything they ever imagined.